you guys been together 27 years. Out of all those 27 years, you're going to experience some rough patches. Have you guys ever had a moment where, okay, my trust or something is off now? And how did you guys get it back to where you wanted to be and even better?
Well, we went to counseling. 10 years in, we was considering a divorce in our marriage. She suggested counseling, and we're like, okay, we're going to go down swinging.
Anytime trust is broken, to get yourself out of it, you're going to have to want to. If you don't have a want, you're going to stay right there in that space until you shift to, I want to change how I feel about it. I want to change how I look at it, even if you don't know how. Mm-hmm. I want to change it, and then you open up a space for God to start moving. Then just having a forgiving spirit, because today it's them, tomorrow it could be you. And I had to just ask myself one day, like, why are you choosing to stay in this spot? If you talking about really being with him forever, you being right here, you're continuing to do harm to the relationship by choosing to stay stuck. Because I was making a choice to be mad or to treat him a certain type of way.
And a lot of times, like, we can fight that forgiveness, and prolong our pain. I know you said you hit that point about 10 years in. It's 17 years later now. Was it worth it?
The Highest Point Podcast. More than a pod, it's a lifestyle.
Let's get into a segment of my show. It's called Love, Loyalty, or Respect. Now, I'm going to give you a situation, and you tell me, like a relationship, and you tell me which is most important in that particular situation, love, loyalty, or respect. So what's the most important, love, loyalty, or respect with your children? And I'll let you start first, Candace.
With my children, love. Love.
Why?
I just, is it for me or
which way are you? For us towards them or them towards us?
Them towards you.
Oh, them towards me. Often go another way. I'm going to say love. Because if you love me, it will bring about loyalty. If you love me, it will bring about respect. Mm-hmm. But love is just a really, really big, it's big for me, especially with my kids. To them or them from me. To know my kids love me, to know how they view me, how they see me. It's a reflection of me. It's a reflection of what I've done as a mother and how I have loved and been there for them throughout their life. So I'm going to say love.
Absolutely. How about you, Ramon?
Respect. Respect. I don't care if they love me or not. If they don't respect me, that wouldn't be good. I mean, I wouldn't feel the love. If that I didn't respect, I wouldn't feel the love. I don't care how much they say they love me. If they didn't show me respect, I wouldn't feel it. So by giving me and showing me respect, I am going to feel the love.
Yeah. Man, that's that difference between a man thoughts and a woman thoughts right there. That is so, because she came with heart and you came with the brain again.
Like, that's how it works.
Yeah,
that is how it works.
I love that perspective and hearing that. This is my first time hearing it from a man and a woman at the same time, so that was very dope. Now, love, loyalty, or respect with your ace. When I say ace, that's your best friend. Like one you went through thick and thin with. And I'm not saying this. You can't say, well, I know everyone say their best friend is their spouse, but outside of the spouse, what's the most important thing with you, Ramon? Love, loyalty, or respect?
It's not love. Respect. If they give me the respect, I'm not tripping on the loyalty. Because their loyalty may be with someone else that they've known longer or that they're actually closer to. And I can respect that. As your boy, this is your cousin or your boy that you've known longer. Like, hey man, y'all getting into it, but I'm with him, man. You wrong on that.
Mm-hmm.
But give me the respect to tell me and verbalize whatever it is you need to say, or show me whatever it is you need to show me in a respectful manner,
mm-hmm.
and I can receive and understand that your loyalty lies over there.
Okay.
But if you're not respectful to me, I don't care what you say your loyalty is, the disrespect is going to cause us to collide easily with men. I mean, it's a cliche, but it's true. Men, we got to have it. Men are in prison and in the grave because of disrespect.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
If you're not careful, you may trigger someone to respond or act in a manner, another man that is, because of your disrespect, which will cause you to have to respond in a manner that can cost you your life or your freedom, all over disrespect. So give me the respect, and I can handle it. I don't care about the love. Yeah, I want the loyalty, but I gotta have the respect for. I gotta have that part, because without that part, I can't even be around you. My heart will get to beating. I get to that.
Yeah, you're giving me Marshawn Lynch vibes right now, brother. You give me Marshawn Lynch vibes.
So respect for me.
Yeah, I feel that. How about you, Candace? Like your best friend?
I would say loyalty. I would say loyalty because, when I think of my best friend, like just a good, like, I know got my back. I know, she'll be there. If I need, she's going to be loyal to me. If I ain't even in her presence, she's going to speak. She's going and she gonna hold me down even if I ain't there,
That's
and
something
you ain't gonna be able
important.
to say this, that about me and not, around her. So I definitely would say loyalty, and not somebody. I wasn't somebody. I didn't really have a best friend growing up. I did have a really, really good friend, and I'm looking back now. Like once we graduated, that friendship was not there anymore. So to get a friend that you see, like, this girl, like, she is amazing at being a friend. So I would say loyalty.
Yeah, it's important for people to be consistent when they're in front of you and when you're not around. So I love that point of view. Now, this is the final one. Love, loyalty, or respect. What's the most important with your spouse? Your husband, your wife. What's the most important? And I can start off with you this time. We're going back and forth. Candace, is on you.
For me, it's love. It's love. And as we've been married even longer, and you really learning about what love looks like and how God calls a husband to love his wife. Love is everything. It is everything. Just especially if you love me, how God calls you to love me. Not saying that you're gonna be perfect in all your actions, no. But if I feel a sense of he loves me by his word, by what he says, it causes me. Oh my God! It's just a feeling that you have within that's almost undescribable when you.
Yeah, there you go. He risen her up.
Yeah, it's a different type of feeling, and I just believe when you truly love your wife, the way God calls you to love her, that respect, that loyalty is there.
Right.
You see some people like just men that just like even just love being around his wife. Like I love being around her just as much as I love being around my homeboy.
Right.
Man, that type of marriage or relationship is so dope because she feels it.
Right.
And she knows it. And then you two show up together in a very special kind of way. So absolutely love.
Got it. All right, Ramon. Love, loyalty, respect.
Simple loyalty. If you're unloyal to me, you don't respect me. If she's unloyal to you, I question the love that she really has for me. I truly question it. Do you love me the way you're supposed to love me if you're unloyal to me? This is sad, but I could say this. It is so wrong. So wrong. I'm going to say it anyway. Men can love and be unloyal. No. It is wrong.
Yeah.
It is wrong, and there's no justifying it. I'm not trying to say it's right.
Right.
It is. I'm justifying it. It's wrong as hell. No, there's no ifs and buts about it. But I truly believe a man could disconnect his heart and bring a physical attribute to a person, and it's wrong. You can say he doesn't love in the manner that he's supposed to, but I just think I just feel men can do it a little differently, and it's wrong as hell. But to me, if a woman steps out, that's something totally different. The respect definitely isn't there, and the love may not be there. So without the loyalty, if she's not loyal to you, I won't love her. If you're unloyal to me, I won't love you.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds odd. I mean, because it's the man and women dynamic is so different, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Right. Like, because a woman, you are entering her. A man, he step out, it's all external. You know what I mean? It sounds screwed up, but it has some truth to it. You know what I mean?
It does.
Now we spoke about those core values, which are very important. All three: love, loyalty, and respect. Now, you guys been together 27 years. Now, out of all those 27 years, you're going to experience some rough patches, right? Now, have you guys ever had a moment where, okay, my trust or something is off now? And how did you guys get it back to where you wanted to be and even better? If you have anything. I'm not saying specifically what caused it, but how could you bounce back out of that rough patch?
Well, we went to counseling. 10 years in, we was considering a divorce in our marriage. We never verbalized it to each other, but I'm thinking, I don't know about this. And she was thinking, I don't know about this. And we basically, she suggested counseling, and we're like, okay, we're going to go down, we're going to go down swinging. And we did it, and it turned out to be, a wise thing for us. We ended up writing our book, started our podcast, started our marriage ministry and whatnot because of it. So we just both made a conscious decision to not throw in the towel, because it would have been so easy to say, you know what, man, bump this. Well, bump this, Bill, bump you too. And all right, bet. It's easy to quit.
Yeah.
It's really easy to say, I don't want to do this no more. And at times, you may think that's the wise thing, or that's what I really, truly want. I don't want this no more. But the difficult part is working through. Fighting when you don't want to fight at times. A lot of people may not say this. If you've been married long enough, at times if you're not careful, you'll find yourself not liking your spouse. You really will, and your mind will be playing, man, forget her, forget him. Oh man, I don't need this, and you like, bump that. What are you, devil? Get away from me! I love this woman. This is why I married her for a reason. We're not going to do this. So for us, for my perspective, we just both had the right mindset that we was not going to just throw in the towel. We had the right mindset that this was to death do us part. We never did something that was Like, okay, now that's it. What you did? What?
Mm-hmm.
And there's no coming back. We never crossed that line. So therefore, it was easy not to quit, if you will. And we just had the right mindset to just push forward. That we wanted this to be forever, and if it wasn't going to be forever, we was gonna give it all we had.
Right.
And whatever resource we could use.
Yeah. And I would say not that was like early on type deal. And so you had other little moments. So I would say anytime trust is broken or some of that magnitude happens, to get yourself out of it, like he said, first of all, you're going to have to want to. You're going to have a want in your spirit, because if you refuse, it's not nothing nobody can do. It ain't nothing God can do. It ain't nothing a counselor can do. Anybody else that's coming in is trying to provide insight. If you don't have a want, you're going to stay right there in that space until you shift to, I want to change how I feel about it. I want to change how I look at it, even if you don't know how. Mm-hmm. I want to change it, and then you open up a space for God to start moving and sending the aha moments, the awareness, the people, and then just having a forgiving spirit. Mm-hmm. Because, today it's them, tomorrow it could be you. Mm-hmm. And so it's like you're going to have to forgive them anyway. It's just, when do you choose to do it? I know for us, I kind of stayed stuck for a little while in an unforgiving moment, and I had to just ask myself one day, like why? Why are you choosing to stay in this spot? Because it's not going to benefit you. If you talking about really being with him forever, you being right here, you're continuing to do harm to the relationship by choosing. Right. To stay stuck, because I was making a choice to be mad or to treat him a certain type of way. Right. And so I was asking myself, like, what you getting out of this? What you doing this for? Right. And then, okay, you know what? It's time to release this. It's time to forgive. And then I can start working my way back up. And, and with him also being active, or whoever caused the harm, mm-hmm. you being active and showing your remorse or your forgiveness, mm-hmm. or your change. Mm-hmm. And then as that person begins to heal, they see that, and it just, it makes it a little bit better, because everybody not going to go to counseling, but what he's talking about was a snowball of stuff. Right. That we had to just get somebody to break.
That's so important. That is so, so important. And a lot of times, like, we can fight that forgiveness, and mm-hmm. prolong our pain. And so you got to really come to that point, like, okay, I said I want to move on, but you can't move on without the forgiveness part. And then you're going to just prolong that pain. So we got to do something. So and the fact that you guys make that step, like, okay, like that snowball, like that's an accumulation of a lot of different things. And, mm-hmm. To get that support when it comes to counseling, I would recommend that to so many. And because we had this stigma on counseling for so long, but it can be so helpful. Just even having this conversation, like, open with you all, is so helpful with me, even like when I'm thinking about my relationship and, how we do things. So yeah, that's very dope. Now, I know you said you hit that point about 10 years in. It's 17 years later now. Was it worth it?
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Man, I used to say, I don't think I've ever said this in front of you. I used to say, I'm faithful because of God, my fear of God. Like, man, I'm afraid of what that man would do to me. He didn't mm-hmm. kneel to him. He done got my attention too many times. Mm-hmm. But I am truly loyal to my wife because I love her the way I do. Mm-hmm. That has truly changed for me. And I mean, feel me on that one, my brother. Feel me. What kept me loyal was the fear of God. What keeps me loyal now is my love for her. And never wanted to see that pain in her eyes mm-hmm. because of that. I don't think I would ever get married again. I mean, it would take an act of God. It really, truly would. Again, we've been together 26. We literally grew up together.
Right.
We've been together since we was 18, 19 years old. We 46.
Right.
So we've grown up. She's seen me grown from a boy to a man, from a young lady to a woman.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody on this planet that I want to be with, that I think is supposed to be with me. I don't. Yeah, hell yeah, it was worth it.
Yes, sir.
It's hard at times. Yes, she can be stubborn, ignorant, crazy at times.
He's talking about himself right there, y'all.
No, did I say that? Did that come out loud? I didn't mean for that to come out loud. I'm sorry.
I definitely believe the counseling was definitely worth it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like,
no doubt.
I knew, like, our college experience for the most part, but definitely those first 2 years, we were like best friends. Where you saw him, you saw me. It wasn't until he pledged he lost his mind. But the first 2 years, it was like, this was my dude. And so, and I knew that, like, and you know, some people don't believe in soulmates. I believe, like, this right here, we was made for each other. My best friend, Tammy, she always say, you got you something. Can't nobody deal with him but you. God made you just for him. So I couldn't imagine life, like, without him being the one. Like, if I was to think about in the future, like, how come, like, being mom wasn't in my life? Like, even with all the ups and the downs, how would it be? And so I'm glad that we chose to fight for our marriage by going to counseling. And, you know, that's something that we can always look back on and say, I remember when we was there. And if we can come from that place, we can come from anything if we want.
Yeah, right. You guys have that real life testimony you can always look back on. And like, when it's easy. Like, but if you guys can make it through a rough patch, you're like, you know, that's that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what I run into. If her and I are together, we can make it through. And you guys made it through. So, you know, just
and that's the power of marriage right there. What you just said.
Yeah.
If we hook up and link together, that's where the power comes. Because where you weak, I'm strong. Where I'm strong, you weak. Vice versa. And we do it together.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take it even a step further. I truly believe our children's lives are blessed because we made it through it.
I believe that.
Oh, yeah.
Because we chose to fight through it and to see. I can't see a happy household.
Mm-hmm.
They see loving parents. They're not in a household with the parents,
right?
And there's not love in this house. And because of that, they will be blessed, and they can have a foundation and have a family of their own and know what love is supposed to look like, feel like. They can have that because of us. So yeah.
Absolutely. That's so. I mean, that's so real. And with Father's Day coming up, I wanted to know what's a good way to celebrate a man on Father's Day that you might think of.
Wow. Ooh. I don't know. Make it about him. Mm-hmm. Whatever his likes and pleasures are, make it that day about him. Don't have him barbecuing. Don't have him cooking.
Unless he likes to.
Yeah, unless he just truly loves to get on the grill. And that's a passion. And I know some men that truly love to get on the grill and wants to do it. I don't want to do that for Father's Day. But whatever it is about him that he likes and he has passion and pleasure for, make that truly that day. Because in my humble opinion, a man has only 2 days.
Yeah.
His birthday and Father's Day.
Yeah.
Any other holiday is really not about him.
Yeah.
I don't care Christmas Day. It's not about him. It's about your kids and your wife. But Father's Day and Father's Day and his birthday is only 2 days. It's truly about the man. And so And it's sad that the churches is not. You go to church, there ain't too many people there. Mother's Day is packed. You go out to eat, it's packed. You go to Father's Day, you right in there and eat. So just make that day about him. Whatever it is he like, find that out. You know what it is, and make it about him. Make him truly feel like, wow, they actually do love me.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to end it on those strong notes. And I want you to be able to talk to the people about how they can find you all, how they can support you, and any insight you want to give about the Couples Lounge as well.
Okay, so the Couples Lounge is our radio show. So you all can go on the Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook to find the Couples Lounge. And basically what that is it's us having real talk conversation. We always say our show gives you something to talk about. Because some topics are hard to talk about with your spouse because whatever reason somebody becomes defensive or I want to talk about it, but I'm kind of scared. I don't know how they respond. So we say, use our show. Look, Mon and Candace was talking about this today. And so we talk about love, marriage, and relationship, anything that can build up the Black community.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, we might bring on our men, which is a virtual show that we will eventually do, where you just talk about what it's like to be a man, because sometimes women, we don't stop to inquire to really know what that's about. Or we have brought police officers on and all the George Floyd and all those type of different things to give an insight. So whatever will build up the marriage union, we value it. We see the benefit of it, and it's just understanding that even when you come from a 2-parent household, when you get together and you start merging your own thing, that's just a blueprint. It does not. You got to have your own tools and skills, and so that's what we like for our show to be. And then we host marriage events, couples events, workshops, and things like that to just help couples communicate, because that's like the ongoing thing with everybody.
Yes.
It's figuring out how to communicate and be heard, not just talking. But you talking, you listening, you being mindful of body language, tone, all of that go into communication. So that's what our ministry is about. And follow us.
I love it. Definitely everyone tap in. I'm going to tell you right now, from the Highest Point podcast, I give them the official stamp. They are legit. They're real. I've tuned in to some things that they're done, and I'm fans of what they do. That's why I invited them on my show. So everyone definitely follow. I'm going to put all their information in our description on YouTube. I'm going to tag them on Facebook. So definitely tune in. I recommend them for sure. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to join me as well today.
Thank you. We air every Saturday at 10 a.m. and we have all our shows up on the platforms, but 10 o'clock in the morning. Or it'll be 11 Eastern Standard Time.
Absolutely. So everybody tune in. And until next time, you guys hold it down. Don't let it hold you. Peace.
So,
The Highest Point Podcast.
More than a pod, it's a lifestyle.